Right now, while you are reading this, while you are eating dinner, while you are sleeping tonight, your credit card debt is growing. Not because you swiped your card, not because you bought anything. Just because you woke up this morning. And most Americans have no idea this is happening to them. In the next 14 minutes, I am going to show you exactly how this works, the real math behind it, why the system was built this way, and most importantly, the exact steps to stop it. Here is what we are covering today. First, how debt grows without you touching it. Second, the real numbers behind what this is costing you. Third, why credit card companies designed it exactly this way. And fourth, 3 proven strategies to break out of this cycle for good. Stay until the end because the third strategy is the one most people never hear about, and it could save you thousands of dollars. How debt grows without you touching it. Let me explain something called compound interest, and I am going to make it so simple that you will never forget it. When you carry a credit card balance, the bank charges you interest every single month. The average credit card APR in America right now is 22.15%, according to the Federal Reserve's latest data from QTWO 2026. Here is what that means in real dollars. The average American credit card balance is $6,500. At 22% interest, that balance generates $119 in interest, charges every single month. That is roughly $4 every single day. That is $28 every week. That is $119 every month. Just appearing on your balance, whether you spent anything or not. Now here is where it gets worse. Your minimum payment on a $6,500 balance is typically around $130 to $150 per month. But $119 of that is going straight to interest, which means only $11 to $31 of your payment is actually reducing your debt. You are paying $130 a month, and your balance is barely moving. That is not a payment plan, that is a hamster wheel. And 27 million Americans are on it right now, according to a March 2026 report from the Century Foundation. The real math, what this is actually costing you. Now let me show you the number that nobody puts in the credit card advertisement. Take the average balance of $6,500, add the average APR 22%, make only the minimum payment every month. The result, you will be paying that debt for 18 years and 7 months. And your total cost will be over $14,000. You borrowed $6,500. You will pay back more than double. That extra $7,500 is not money you spent on anything. That is pure interest. Gone forever. Now I want to give you a bigger picture. Americans paid $253 billion in credit card interest and fees in 2025 alone. That number comes directly from Federal Reserve data. Let me put that in perspective. $253 billion is more than the entire GDP of Portugal. It is more than what the U.S. government spends on education in a year. And it went straight from American wallets to credit card company profits. Here is one more number that will stop you cold. Since 2010, Americans have paid a total of $2.1 trillion in credit card interest. $2.1 trillion. That is more than the total outstanding student loan debt in America. All of it paid not for goods or services, just for the privilege of carrying a balance. And here is the part that makes this personal. If you are 28 years old right now with $6,500 in credit card debt, and you make only minimum payments, you will be 46 years old before that debt is gone. That is your 30s, you're in your 40s. 2 full decades of your financial life paying for something you already bought. Why the system was built this way. Now I want to talk about something most finance channels will not say directly. This is not an accident. The minimum payment system was specifically designed to maximize how long you stay in debt, and therefore how much interest you pay. Here is how credit card companies actually make their money. Stream 1 interest charges. At 22% APR, every dollar you carry in debt generates 22 cents per year for them. In 2025 alone, credit card interest charges hit $160 billion according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Stream 2 interchange fees. Every time you swipe your card anywhere, the merchant pays the card company 1.5% to 3.5% of the purchase. That cost is baked into the prices you pay everywhere you shop. You pay it and you do not even see it. Stream 3 late fees. $32 on average. And Americans pay over $17 billion in late fees every single year. Now here is the part that most people find genuinely shocking. Those premium rewards cards, the ones with the cashback, the airline miles, the airport lounge access, are often sold at a financial loss to the credit card company. They do not make money from people who pay their bills in full. They make their money from people who carry balances. In other words, the person struggling to pay their minimum payment every month is directly subsidizing the free flights that wealthier cardholders enjoy. The system is not broken. For the credit card companies, it is working exactly as designed. And according to a 2026 WalletHub survey, 42% of Americans now believe they will have credit card debt for their entire lives. Nearly 2 in 5 people say they expect their debt to be higher by the end of 2026. This is what learned helplessness looks like in personal finance. Who this is really hurting. I want to show you something economists call the K-shape. At the top of the K, higher income Americans, strong credit scores. They use credit cards as tools. They pay the full balance every month. They collect the rewards and pay zero interest. At the bottom of the K, middle income, lower income, younger Americans, they carry balances, they pay interest. They fund the rewards everyone else enjoys. And the data shows exactly who is being hurt. For Americans under 30, credit card delinquency has more than doubled in 3 years. From 5.1% in 2021 to over 10% today, according to Federal Reserve Bank of New York data. And here is what is driving this debt. It is not luxury spending. According to a March 2026 survey by Achieve Center for Consumer Insights, 53% of Americans carrying credit card balances are doing so just to cover essential expenses. Groceries, utilities, medical bills, rent. People are not going into debt buying designer bags. They are going into debt buying food. And the minimum payment trap is keeping them there. The real cost beyond money. Here is what this debt is really stealing from you, and it goes far beyond the $7,500 in extra interest. According to Bankrate's 2026 credit card debt report, 64% of Americans with credit card debt have delayed major life decisions because of it. 34% have stopped building an emergency fund. 23% have stopped investing entirely. 21% cannot afford to buy a vehicle. 13% have delayed buying a home. Now here is the financial damage that does not show up on your credit card statement. Every dollar you do not invest in your 30s does not just disappear. At a 7% average market return, $500 invested today becomes $3,800 in 30 years. Your credit card debt is not just costing you the interest you pay. It is costing you the wealth you never built. 3 ways to stop it. Okay, now let us talk about what you actually do. 3 strategies. I will explain each one clearly. You pick the one that fits your situation. Strategy 1: the Avalanche Method. List every credit card you have. Order them from highest interest rate to lowest. Pay the minimum on every card except the one with the highest rate. Every extra dollar you have throws it at that highest rate card. When it is paid off, take that full payment amount and attack the next card. This method saves you the most money, period, because you are killing the most expensive debt first. If you have $6,500 at 22%, and you add just $200 extra per month to your payment, you go from paying for 18 years to paying it off in 3 years. And you save over $9,000 in interest. Well, that is math. Strategy 2: the Snowball Method. This one is different. Order your debts from smallest balance to largest regardless of interest rate. Attack the smallest balance first with every extra dollar. Pay minimums on the rest. When that small debt is gone, take that full payment and roll it into the next one. This costs slightly more in interest than the Avalanche Method, but research shows it works better for people who have struggled to stay consistent with debt payoff before. Quick wins keep you motivated. Motivation keeps you going. Choose the Avalanche if you want to save the most money. Choose the Snowball if you need momentum to get started. Strategy 3: the Balance Transfer. If your credit score is 670 or above, you may qualify for a balance transfer card with 0% APR for 12 to 21 months. Transfer your highest interest balance to that card. Pay 0 interest during the promotional period. At 0% instead of 22%, every single dollar of your payment goes directly to reducing your debt. Not 1 cent goes to interest. Important warnings. There is typically a transfer fee of 3% to 5% of the balance transferred. Calculate whether the interest savings outweigh this cost. They almost always do. And when the promotional period ends, the rate jumps back up, sometimes higher than before. Set a reminder, have a plan. This is a powerful tool when used correctly. It is a trap when you transfer the balance and then keep spending on the old card. Here is where I want to leave you. Right now, tonight, while you sleep, your debt is growing. But now you know exactly why, and you know exactly what to do about it. The minimum payment trap is real, it is designed, and it is costing millions of Americans their financial future. But it only works if you do not know about it. Now you do. In the next video, I am going to show you the exact order to pay off your debt and start investing at the same time. Because you do not have to wait until you are debt-free to start building wealth. Click subscribe so you do not miss it. And if this video helped you see something you had not seen before, share it with one person who needs to hear it.